Good evening, it's Melissa with Miraka Healing Arts, and I'm here with a quick read from the Soul Contract. It's an Oracle card deck. Love the imagery on these cards. Very, very cosmic. Bright colors. Very etheric. I really love that artwork. So let's look at, for those of you deep into your ascension journey, let's look at what is going on in or around you with your soul contracts, be that with your soul tribe, partnership, or family. We do have many soul contracts in our life. Everybody talks about, oh, I want to meet my soulmate. I want to meet my soulmate. Do you have any idea how many soulmates that you have? I personally believe in past lives. I've seen at least 7 of my past lives in visions, dreams, and meditations. It's very detailed information. So think of the number of people that I've met in this lifetime in my 55 years. Double nickels, baby. I think of the number of people that I have met, how many times I've moved, and how many times I've made friends, lost friends, been in a relationship or situationship, and you know, it don't work out no more, and people move on, and sometimes it hurts, and sometimes you're happy as hell that they're gone. But you know, and we have soul contracts with our family, with our parents, our siblings, our cousins, our children. You know, all have soul contracts, soul missions, soul work together. And we don't always understand them. I don't know how many billions of people that there are on this earth, so to think that you're only going to have one deep, meaningful, long-term relationship. I think people used to stay together because that was expected. Whether the relationship was good or not, you know. Talk about this all the time. People who, you know, they had, you know, 10, 15 kids, and they were together 50, 60 years, and some of them were happy. And some of them were not. Some of them were, you know, they were cheating and beating and, you know, lying and all kinds of nonsense, and people was just expected to put up with it. I think nowadays, well, I'm sure it's always been that way. You know, there's always been toxic relationships and healthy relationships. Ooh, we got a lot. Are we done, Spirit? Is that what we have? Let's see, one of them's upside down here. Oh. Do we have any more messages tonight from the Soul Contract deck, Spirit? I don't know if this is a complete message tonight or not. We'll see. We'll give it a couple more shuffles and see what comes out. But I always say we are energetic souls, energetically attached through many lifetimes with each other. Sometimes we return to complete a lesson, a mission, or a contract, finish a cycle, healing, learn to break free from a toxic cycle. Some people believe you may owe a karmic debt from another lifetime to people, and that may be. All right, Spirit. anymore? Keep looking over at my intuitive oracles, so I feel like I'm supposed to finish with something from that. So maybe that's where we'll go. You know, when I keep being pulled. All right, let's go over there. And the other deck that I'm using is the Intuitive Oracle cards. That's the cover. So one more card, Spirit, to complete the read. One more card to complete the read. Where are you leading us to? Man, I don't know. I had to laugh. Another tarot reader. You know, everybody has their own little funny terms for Mercury retrograde, and I was just, yeah, it's just been in my head ever since last night. Listened, was on someone else's live, and one of the other tarot readers was commenting. I think it was Enchanted Cottage Tarot. Karen was commenting about murky Gatorade. And now that will forever be stuck in my head as the term that I use for Mercury retrograde. But I am telling you, it has been wild. I don't know if it is just Mercury retrograde. You know, I had a client come in today who's an amazing astrologist. So that was pretty cool to make that connection. You know, she was talking about what's in Chiron and all this and that, and you know, I'm not that deep into astrology, so I definitely don't have as good of a grasp or an understanding on that as many other people do. But it was interesting listening to her talk about it. It's the wounded healer. So she was talking about, you know, I had told her about a free online grief yoga when I was giving a talk to a group the other day about processing grief out of the body and some of the tools and methods that I used. And she's debating on if she wants to hold off on doing that grief processing until the next transit moves so that the planets would be out of Chiron. And I said, well, if that's what you and your spirit guides are telling you what to do, then you already know the answer for you. If it's telling you to hold off, then by all means hold off. You questioned that or received a message about that for a reason. So, but it's funny sometimes how conversations will just come up with people out of nowhere, and I would never have looked at this person and said, oh yes, she's into, you know, any kind of astrology, astronomy, tarot or whatever, but her daughter is a Reiki master. So I was sharing my experiences with Reiki, and she was talking about how proud she is of her daughter, and that she goes to see her daughter every Sunday for Reiki. Keep herself balanced. I thought, well, that's awesome. You have your own Reiki healer in the family. And this client has done natal chart reads at some of the psychic fairs that I've thought about participating in. So you know, maybe in the future. A lot going on in my life right now, so I do foresee that, you know, at some point, but just have a lot of other things to complete right now. So we have some beautiful, beautiful cards. The first card out says, Universal Hug. Feel the universe wrap you in an embrace of unconditional love. Let this energy of warmth and acceptance restore and uplift your spirit. So, you are being guided to soul contracts of unconditional love. You can embody that by thinking thoughts of unconditional love. If you know how to receive and send energy, you can do a meditation on universal love, unity consciousness, and do distance Reiki to anywhere in the world, or just in general to Gaia, to planet Earth, or you can send it direct to somebody and ask that if they are open to receive, that the energy would be received for the greatest and highest good and transmute any negative energies. So universal hug, feeling the universe wrap you in its embrace of unconditional love. I love that. I was thinking about a online meditation for recovery dharma, and I was thinking about that before I left work today. It's called equanimity, and it is kind of a universal love and compassion and understanding for all people. You can send it to a person. The way that we do it in group is we would focus first on somebody who's a neutral party and send that equanimity or unconditional love to someone who is neutral to us. We don't really feel negative or positive about them. Maybe we don't know them real well. And then we would eventually move on to a person that we have slight difficulty with and work our way up to someone who we have more intense difficulty with. So you're not starting out with the harshest energy, you're working up, building up your energy to send that to somebody that you have difficulty with. So that card made me think of that, the universal hug, universal love, unity consciousness of sending unconditional love or equanimity to others. So this is the universal hug card. The next card out in the spread is Lunar Protector. The moon's energy shields you with a protective force. Trust in its guidance to find clarity during times of uncertainty. Lunar energy, protective force, and intuition. Yeah, the moon in traditional tarot is always seen as what's hidden, your intuition, things that you may feel but not necessarily know. This is talking about the moon energy shielding you with a protective force. So, you know, maybe that is something that you should be during cycles of the moon. Call in and harness the energy of the moonlight. Maybe go out into the moonlight. Ask for that light to surround you, protect you, and shield you from any unseen energy or harm that might be being sent your way. I love to go out and do grounding or earthing under the moonlight. I don't care who sees me. I don't care what the neighbors think. It balances my soul and my energy, so that's all that matters. So this is the Lunar Protector card. Hold that up a little longer. And the next card out of the spread was Portal of Mystery. A portal to the unknown calls you. Embrace this mystery to discover new opportunities and profound revelations. Universal Gateway, unveiling the unknown, new beginnings. And we are definitely right at the cusp of that portal. The Lionsgate 8-8 portal is tomorrow. I've had astrologist friends tell me that the 8-8 portal actually opens several days before and closes several days after, so as early as 8-2, 8-3 to almost a week out, but definitely it is most powerful probably after midnight tonight through midnight tomorrow evening, wherever you are, once it becomes 8-8. So that portal of mystery, it says, I'll repeat it again, the portal of mystery, a portal to the unknown calls you. Embrace this mystery to discover new opportunities and profound revelations. Lionsgate portal is all about speaking your truth, coming into your power, karmic balancing, the 8-8 infinity sign or symbol, eternal balance. So trying to find that balance within, trying to find that balance within yourself, trying to align with yourself, align with who you are, the truth that you need to speak to others, what you stand for. If you think of the lion and the lion's gate, it's truly a very energetic time for personal power, strength, courage. So, really good time to be out doing a moonlight meditation, manifestation, charge those crystals, charge your moon water, all those things, and balance yourself. The next card out is Serenity Within. Find serenity within yourself. It is the unshakable foundation for facing life's challenges, peace, calm, and inner stability. It's like a group around the water under the moonlight. I would love to do that. I would love to go out to the lake tonight for the 8/8 portal and sit under the moonlight and meditate, but I can't see to drive in the dark. So unless I get a friend to take me out there, that's just not going to happen tonight. But maybe I can sit out on my deck, and I do have a little creek in the back, so close enough to the water, I guess. It's just not the lake. And find that peace, calm, inner stability, and serenity within. It is definitely, it says it is the unshakable foundation for facing life's challenges. And we all know people can be walking around and you would never know the struggles that they're going through internally, physically, mentally, or spiritually. And they are presenting with a smile and just trying to be a light for others, so that they don't burden them with what is heavy on their heart or their mind. So, but if we are feeling that, if we are feeling heavy or burdened, just really try to go within, calm your mind, your body, and your energy, and remain balanced, and know that no matter what you're going through, it won't last forever. I have a saying that I would tell my clients all the time when, not to be flippant, but, we all have little annoyances that come up in our life, and I would tell people that the ride on the struggle bus might be bumpy as hell, but that bitch can't last forever. It's got to pull over sometime and let you off. So, and yes, I cuss on my channel. If you don't like it, click out. That's all right. We're real here. But yeah, no matter what you're going through in your life, things will change. So just stand firm in your faith that you have the strength and the courage to get through it. The next card out in the spread was Leap of Faith. Follow your intuition and take that courageous leap of faith. So very reminiscent of the Fool. So whatever that is that you have been feeling led to do and you have not yet done, whether that is a personal creation, a business, someone that you want to talk to, that job you want to apply to, whatever it is, it's calling you to get into grounded energy during this time. Get your stability about you and really think about and envision what you want to manifest and bring into your life. The final card in the pull was sensory awareness. Heighten your sensory awareness. It supports your intuitive flow. So getting aligned with yourself, getting stable in yourself, doing grounding, doing meditation, being out in nature, spending time alone in isolation when you can. I know that's very difficult for some of us because we have work, partnerships, kids, family, whatever that may be. But you do need to have your moments of isolation. For those of us who are empathic, you get really, I call it the saturation. You get oversaturated with other people's energy, and it's like you're a big sponge. So you have to learn how to release and transmute the energy that you feel and absorb from others when you are feeling and or channeling. So it is highly necessary that you take time to yourself to isolate when you need to. And if the people in your life are not an empath, and even if they are, sometimes we have difficulty because we'll get in our ego. It's hard to understand, why somebody needs so much time alone. But every person needs it. The highly empathic just need it a little more often. Doesn't mean that we don't love people. It's actually that we feel and love a little too much, and we have to let go of everything that we have absorbed like a sponge into our own energy. So what else can we say about the 8/8 portal? Anytime that there's a portal, big shifts in energy, big shifts in making choices for your directionality in life and relationships, and what you want to bring in or manifest into your life, and what you want to release. So anytime that there's a portal date like that, you want to hydrate, meditate, and isolate. That would be the three things that I would say. And I would add on to that, visualize. Visualize your best, highest, and greatest outcome for what you want. I think I'll post that story tonight about the manifestation story about gratitude, and how a little bit of gratitude can manifest things into your life you'd never believe. So all right, so that is the Life's Journey and Intuitive Tarot read for the evening. Soul Contract read, Soul Contract and Intuitive Oracle read for the evening. Another adaptation on the 8/8 Lionsgate reads. Have a wonderful evening.